Hi, I'm Victoria Meyer, and I'm interested in the tutoring position in the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School District. A little background about myself is that I am a 26-year resident of Clemmons, North Carolina. I have an engineering degree from Rochester Institute of Technology, located in New York, and I worked in my field for over 10 years. I'm currently a stay-at-home mom and mother of 3 sons. My oldest is living on his own. My middle son just graduated in December 2020 from North Carolina Virtual Academy, an online public charter school, and I served as his learning coach and tutor for the past 5 years. My youngest son is currently in the 10th grade at West Forsyth High School, and these are my responses to the 3 interview questions. First, one joy for me that has come from living through the pandemic is that my family was together. My husband started working from home, and my youngest son started attending school from home as well. We got to spend more time together, enjoyed some great conversations, and got to focus on things that really matter most in life, and one of which I think is family. One sorrow that has come from this season was that I had a good friend who was like a father figure to me die from the virus last month. Also, my father, who is 87 and has Alzheimer's, was in a nursing home in Albany, New York, and was not allowed any visitors when this pandemic started, preventing my mother and anyone else from seeing him for months. To make matters worse, the nursing home locked all its residents in their rooms for 6 weeks from Thanksgiving through Christmas, with no easy way for my family to contact him during that time. Despite all these efforts, he still ended up getting COVID and was hospitalized on New Year's Eve. Thankfully, he tested negative 2 weeks ago and is now currently in a rehab facility to regain his strength after being bedridden for over a month. A silver lining in all this is that my father fought and survived the virus. Even though he also suffers from the horrible disease of Alzheimer's, it actually made it easier for him to bear the prolonged isolation, since he didn't remember that he had been locked down in the nursing home or that he had been sick in the hospital at all. Second, a time that I remember when I was resourceful was about 1.5 years ago, when my neighbors wanted to string up 8 to 10 sets of outdoor lights to decorate their newly built covered deck. Since they knew my husband and I were both engineers, they asked us to help them figure out how to string the lights only using one outlet and extend them to also wrap around a large tree that stood just a few feet from their deck. The configuration of the deck and the adjacent tree reminded me of a barn and a drawing puzzle game I used to play when I was in grade school, where you try to draw a barn without lifting your pencil or going over any line twice. So I drew out the barn shape on a piece of paper. I made the starting point represent the location of the one outlet, and the path I drew to complete the drawing represent the configuration of the light sets when connected together end to end to form one continuous string that was long enough to crisscross the deck canopy and also wrap around the tree. Using my drawing as a template, we then took some measurements and performed some calculations, which not only achieved their goal, but also eliminated the need for one set of their lights. Our neighbors were so thrilled and thankful for our help, and the lights ended up looking great too. And third, if I were placed in a tutoring role in the North Carolina Education Corps and was in a situation where I was struggling to connect with or motivate the students, my solution would depend on if I was trying to come up with an immediate solution during the tutoring session, in which case I would try to find out what motivates the student and how they learn best by asking the student directly. I would start by asking the student to tell me more about themselves and some things they enjoy doing or things they like their favorite foods. I would try to find out if there was something they liked that could be used in the future as a small reward to positively motivate them to more cooperatively complete tasks relating to their tutoring. I would also ask them what their favorite way is to learn new things and describe some methods to them, such as hands-on learning by doing, or learning by reading, or learning by observing and having something demonstrated first, then given opportunities to try on their own, and so on. Also, if they were acting tired, bored, or even fidgety, I might have them stop what they're doing and get up with me to stretch or do something to get them moving, their blood flowing, and some energy out to see if that helps to refocus them. However, if the tutoring session had already ended before any of these issues could be more successfully addressed, I would then try to figure out what could be done to improve the situation at our next session. In this case, I would try to reach out to the parents and possibly the teacher to ask them if they had some suggestions that might help motivate the student or any knowledge of how best the student learned, so that I could apply a more effective teaching approach with that student at the next session. I greatly appreciate this opportunity to apply for this tutoring position, and I look forward to meeting you and helping students in my community meet their educational needs in the coming months. Thank you.